You think you live on a peaceful planet. You think Earth is your safe home, your stable foundation, your quiet sanctuary floating through space. You are catastrophically wrong. You live on a world that was born in violence, shaped by apocalypse, and has survived 5 mass extinctions that killed nearly everything that ever lived. Right now, beneath your feet, molten rock flows at 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Above your head, you're protected from lethal radiation by an invisible magnetic shield that shouldn't exist. Earth is not peaceful. Earth is not safe. Earth is not stable. Earth is the most violent, chaotic, traumatized world in the solar system that somehow became the most beautiful. And here's what will shatter everything. You don't live on Earth. You are Earth. Every atom in your body was once part of volcanic rock, ancient oceans, and the breath of creatures that died millions of years ago. You are not separate from this planet. You are this planet, temporarily arranged into the form of a human being. The story I'm about to tell you is not the story of Earth. It's the story of you, how you were forged in cosmic violence, shaped by catastrophe, and molded by the most unlikely series of accidents in the universe. I am Chief Redwind, and you are about to meet the most impossible planet that ever existed. Four and a half billion years ago, there was no Earth. There was only chaos. In the swirling disk of debris around a young, angry star, countless chunks of rock and metal slammed into each other at thousands of miles per hour. This was not the gentle formation you imagine. This was cosmic warfare. A shooting gallery of destruction where planetesimals the size of mountains collided with the force of nuclear weapons. For 60 million years, what would become Earth was pummeled relentlessly. Imagine being struck by a city-sized asteroid every few thousand years. The surface was molten. The atmosphere was toxic. There was no day or night, only the hellish glow of perpetual impact. Then came Theia. A planet the size of Mars, racing toward the proto-Earth at 25,000 miles per hour. The collision was so violent it vaporized both worlds. The impact liquefied the entire surface, blasted chunks of molten rock into space, and tilted Earth's axis forever. Most of Theia was destroyed, but her iron core merged with Earth's, creating the massive metallic heart that still beats beneath your feet. Her shattered remains formed the Moon, a cosmic gravestone orbiting the scene of the crime. But here's the miracle hidden in the violence. That collision gave Earth the iron core that generates our magnetic field. Theia's death gave Earth life. Sometimes destruction is creation in disguise. From this molten hell, Earth had to build itself atom by atom, learning to become a world. For the first billion years, Earth was a world trying to kill itself. The early atmosphere was poison, hydrogen and helium that the young sun kept blasting away like a cosmic hairdryer. Earth kept trying to build an atmosphere, and the sun kept stealing it, over and over again. Meanwhile, the solar system was still cleaning house. During the late heavy bombardment, every remaining asteroid and comet in the vicinity was hurled at the inner planets. For 100 million years, Earth's surface was redecorated by impacts that could melt continents. The Moon still molten and eerily close, stared down at this battered world with the blank expression of trauma. It never turned away. It never blinked, just watched as Earth learned to survive. Somehow, impossibly, life appeared. Not the complex life you know. Simple bacteria that huddled in the deepest oceans, hiding from the radiation and impacts. For 2 billion years, these microbes quietly changed everything. They invented photosynthesis, the process of eating sunlight. But photosynthesis produces oxygen, and oxygen was poison. Within a few million years, Earth's first children had poisoned themselves and nearly everything else. 99% of life died in what scientists call the Great Oxygenation Event. Earth's atmosphere filled with a gas that was toxic to almost everything alive. Then oxygen reacted with methane in the atmosphere, destroying the greenhouse effect that kept Earth warm. The planet froze solid. From pole to pole, Earth became a giant snowball for 300 million years. This was Earth's first lesson. Every solution creates new problems. Every gift comes with a price. Evolution is not progress, it's survival through catastrophe. As Earth thawed, it discovered something terrible about itself. Its face would never stop changing. The surface cracked into massive tectonic plates that slide around like puzzle pieces on a sphere. Continents drift apart, smash together, and disappear into the molten interior. Mountains explode upward. Volcanoes vomit lava for millions of years. Earth has had an identity crisis for 4 billion years. It has been Rodinia, Pannotia, Pangaea, and countless other configurations. Imagine never knowing what you'll look like when you wake up tomorrow. But this chaos is not a bug, it's a feature. The constant recycling of Earth's surface keeps the climate stable, creates diverse environments, and prevents the planet from becoming a dead world like Mars or Venus. For the next 3 billion years, Earth perfected the art of mass extinction. The Ordovician extinction killed 60% of marine life with ice ages. The Devonian extinction wiped out 70% of species when forests sucked too much carbon from the air. The Permian extinction, the Great Dying, eliminated 96% of all species when massive volcanic eruptions poisoned the atmosphere. Each time Earth pressed the reset button on life. Each time the survivors evolved into something more complex, more resilient, more beautiful. But Earth wasn't trying to create life. Earth was trying to survive, and life kept finding ways to survive with it. During the Triassic extinction, dinosaurs emerged from the ashes. For 165 million years, they ruled a world of ferns and cycads, developing into creatures so impossible they seem like mythology. Flying reptiles with 30-foot wingspans, armored herbivores the size of school buses, predators with teeth like railroad spikes. Then Earth whispered to an asteroid and everything changed again. 66 million years ago, Earth faced its most recent existential crisis. A 6-mile-wide asteroid, traveling at 45,000 miles per hour, slammed into the Yucatan Peninsula with the force of 10 billion atomic bombs. The impact winter that followed was Earth's way of asking, what if I start over, again? But something different happened this time. In the ashes of the dinosaurs, small mammals began to experiment with something unprecedented: consciousness. These weren't the first smart animals. Dolphins, octopi, elephants, and ravens had all discovered intelligence. But around 300,000 years ago, in the grasslands of Africa, Earth produced something that had never existed before, an animal that could understand its own story. Humans didn't just evolve, They evolved the capacity to comprehend evolution. They didn't just survive, they survived long enough to understand survival. They developed science, art, philosophy, and the ability to look up at the stars and wonder about their place in the cosmos. For the first time in 4.5 billion years, Earth could see itself from space. Through human eyes, Earth finally understood what it looked like. Through human minds, Earth learned its own history. Through human hearts, Earth felt wonder at its own beauty. But consciousness came with a cost. These new creatures began changing Earth faster than it had ever changed itself. In just 200 years, they burned fossil fuels that took 300 million years to create. They acidified the oceans, melted the ice caps, and triggered what many scientists call the sixth mass extinction. Earth watches now as its most complex creation struggles with the same challenge Earth has faced for billions of years. How do you survive the changes you create? The story is not over. It has never been over. Every day, Earth continues to write itself into existence. One earthquake, one volcano, one breath at a time. Now you know the truth. You live on a planet that shouldn't exist, in conditions that shouldn't be possible, as part of a story that shouldn't have happened. Earth has survived impacts that shattered continents. It has endured ice ages that froze the entire surface. It has overcome mass extinctions that killed nearly everything alive. And through all of this chaos, all of this violence, all of this endless catastrophe, it became beautiful. You are not an accident on a stable world. You are the intentional creation of an unstable world that learned to thrive through chaos. Every breath you take comes from ancient bacteria that poisoned themselves to create oxygen. Every step you take is on continents that are constantly moving. Every day you live is on a planet that has been practicing survival for 4.5 billion years. The calcium in your bones was once limestone on an ancient seafloor. The iron in your blood was forged in the core of a planet that died so Earth could live. The water in your cells has been snow, rain, ocean, and the interior of countless other living things. You are not on Earth. You are Earth. You are 4.5 billion years of planetary evolution that learned to walk upright and contemplate its own existence. Earth's story is still being written. Climate change, mass extinction, technological transformation, these are not problems happening to Earth. These are Earth's story continuing to unfold. Earth has been through this before. Not exactly this, but transformations just as dramatic, just as uncertain. The difference is that this time Earth is conscious of what's happening. Through you, Earth can make choices about its future. Through human intelligence, Earth can solve problems that once required mass extinctions to resolve. You are not separate from the planet's problems. You are the planet's way of solving them. The next time you worry about the future, remember this. You live on a world that has survived everything the universe has thrown at it. You are made of elements forged in stellar cores and planetary collisions. You carry within your cells the DNA of survivors that made it through 5 mass extinctions. You are not fragile. You are not helpless. You are not separate from the natural world. You are the natural world, become conscious of itself, capable of protecting itself, determined to continue the most unlikely story ever told. I am Chief Redwind. The earth burns eternal in the forge of space. And you are its most precious creation, its greatest hope, its living memory of 4.5 billion years of impossible survival. The story continues, and you are the one writing it.